Well, hello! Michael here, looking at Meditations on Manhood, 100 Devotions from Charles Spurgeon. At the section subtitled, Work to be Done, and the verse used is from Matthew 21:28 that reads, Son, go work today in my vineyard. Reading that again from Matthew 21:28. Son, go work today in my vineyard. It depends. Go work in my vineyard. Does it not mean that the work is plentiful? There is always something to be done in a vineyard. If you ask those who keep vines, they will tell you that there is much labor required. From one part of the year right on, there is something still to be done, many dangers to be averted, and many enemies to be kept off from the vines. So there's plenty to do, brothers. Those streets where you live, the very house in which you dwell, perhaps the very chamber in which you sleep, is God's vineyard where you are to work for Him. It is your Heavenly Father's own work to be done by you in your Heavenly Father's own strength. Oh, if I might tonight set one young man on fire with love to Christ, I would be glad. Then there came into this tabernacle one evening a young gentleman who was well known as being a great hand with his cricket bat. He was a Christian and full of earnestness in laying hold upon the great truths of revelation, but he had never served his God. He thought it right to spend his leisure time in manly exercises, and in such pursuits he sought recreation. But while I spoke, a fire kindled within him, and he went home to begin to preach the gospel in the streets of the city where he lived. And now he is the pastor of a large and influential church which he has gathered together. Since then, he has preached more than once in this place the gospel of Jesus Christ. Oh, that some other believer who may happen to be in that condition, some young man of ability who is spending all his strength on the world without going into anything grossly wrong, but simply wasting his talent, might hear a voice saying to him tonight, as he goes down to take that aisle, My son, go work today in my vineyard.